All right, everybody, this is Mr. Bedley, and here we go with 4th grade Excel lesson number 17. Today we're going to work on recognizing odd and even numbers up to the number 99 and calculating or finding 1/2 of a group. This shouldn't be too tough today. Just got one little part you got to pay extra close attention on. All right, I am starting right here. Numbers that cannot be divided into two equal groups are called odd numbers. Numbers that can be divided into two equal groups are called even numbers. Gives you directions here. Draw a line around the even numbers in this set, and that means circle it. Draw a line under the odd numbers in this set. Now stay with me here. I'm going to show you how to do this. We're going to go through each number and decide whether it's odd or even. 10 can be divided into two even groups, 5 and 5. So that is an even number. So even numbers, I'm supposed to draw a line around them or circle it. And go like that. 11. Can 11 be divided into two equal sized groups? Well, the closest I can get is a 5 and a 6. 5 and 6 makes 11. I can't use the same number in both groups. I can't do 5 and 5 or 6 and 6 or something like that. So this is an odd number, so I'm going to underline it. 12. Can 12 be divided into two equal sized groups? Yes. So is 6 and 6. So I'm going to circle that. How about 13? Is that even or odd? Well, 13 cannot be divided into two equal sized groups, so it is odd. So I'm going to underline it. Okay, pause the video and do the rest of the numbers all the way up to 28, and then turn the video back on to see if you get them right. All right, so at this point in time, you should not leave the video running. You should have paused it and tried the problem on your own. Don't just copy what I'm doing. You won't learn the information. So, or the skill. So number 14 is even because 7 and 7 makes 14. 15 is odd. Two numbers together do not make 15, the same number. 16 is even. 8 and 8 makes 16. 8 and 9 makes 17. That's odd. 9 and 9 makes 18. That's even. 19 is odd. 20 is even. 10 and 10. 21 is odd. 22 is even, 11 and 11. 23 is odd. 24 is even, 12 and 12. 25 is odd. 26 is even, 13 and 13. 27 odd, and 28 is even, 14 and 14. Now one way that you can, it asks you down here, can you see a pattern developing? By what number are the odd numbers counting? And what number are the even numbers counting? How are these numbers, how can you recognize an odd or an even number? I want you to pause the video, think about that for a second, and see if you can answer that question. Is there a way besides doing math problems like, what if I gave you the number 3,872? Can you tell if that number, let's write that over here, 3,872. Can you tell if that number is even or odd without having to think, oh, what number plus itself is going to equal that? So pause the video and think about that. When you have an answer, turn it back on and see if you're right. All right, so the way that I know is I simply look at the number that's in the ones place. That determines if the number's odd or even. Since 2 is an even number, the whole number is an even number. 7's odd, 3 is odd, but that doesn't make one bit of difference. The only thing that matters is that number there in the ones place. And the number in the ones place has to be, as you can see here, 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Any of those are even. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. All the numbers that are odd in that ones place makes the whole number odd. So all you have to do is look at the ones place and ask yourself, is it 0, 2, 4, 6, 8? If it is, it's even. If it's not, it's an odd number. All right, moving right along here, we're going underneath the dotted line. It says if a group is divided in half, the two parts have exactly the same number of items. Bart has 6 marbles. 1/2 of them are red. How many red marbles does he have? Here's the 6 marbles. If we split it into two equal sized groups, one of those groups has 3 in it, so half of 6 is 3. Instead of Bart having 6 marbles, He has 5. Can 5 marbles be divided into 2 equal groups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There they are right there. Well, I can put 3 in one group and 2 in one group. And of course the answer is no. You can't divide those into 2 equal-sized groups. So finding half of 5 is a little bit more complicated. We're not going to learn how to do that now. Now, this is the really only tricky part of this lesson, I believe, for most kids, and that is, how do we find half of a number? A lot of kids do this. This is wrong. Watch what I do. 6 minus 3 equals 3. That's how they show their work to find half of a number. This is wrong, and the reason it's wrong is they already found half of the number to subtract 3. Where did the 3 come from? There's no 3 in this question. If you read this question right here, it does not show a 3. How did you know to subtract 3? It's because you found half of the number in your head. So what we're really doing when we find half of a number is pictured right here. We're taking the number and we're splitting it into 2 equal-sized groups. And when we split something into groups, we're not subtracting. We are dividing. We are dividing, not subtracting. This is wrong. We're dividing. So how do I find half of a group? I divide that group into how many parts? There's 1 part there, 2 parts there. I'm dividing by 2. Okay, I can't emphasize enough because every kid almost that I've ever taught forgets to do this. So see if you can be not that kid. When it says find half of a group, take the number and divide it by 2. That's all you have to write for your show work. Any number, half of that number is divided by 2. So the number that I did before for you, I'm running out of space here. Let me clear all this off. There we go. Magically, it's all gone. So if we take, what about the number 3,698? And I say, well, what's half of that number? If I asked you that, now half of 6 is easy. Because in your head, you can think, oh yeah, half of 6 is 3. But what's half of 3,698? You can't just find that number and then subtract it from it in your head. You have to have a different method. So that's why I want you to learn to do this. And what you're actually doing is dividing it by 2 to find half of that number. So here is the key. Remember, divide by 2 to find half. And that's your show work. All right, pause the video. Do this problem and this problem in the check box here, and then add up the check answer. After you've done both of those and added up the check answer and got it to come out, turn the video back on and see how you did. All right, so at this point in time, you should have already done both of these problems. Wendy has 8 rings. 1/2 of them are red. How many red rings does she have? So you should have written, let's see if you did this, 8 divided by 2. If you wrote 8 minus 4, you did that thing that a lot of kids do, but it's wrong. You already solved it if you wrote 8 minus 4 before you even did the problem. 8 divided by 2, always dividing it by 2 when you find half of a number is 4. Did you remember to put a label? 4 rings. Add the label on. Pause the video, erase your work, and fix it if you have it wrong, okay? Circle the even numbers in this set. Is 7 even? No. 14 is even? Yes. 10? Yep, that's even. 17, nope, that's odd because 7 is odd. 45 is odd. Remember, the 4 and the 0 in those numbers are the only numbers that matter, just the numbers in the ones place. So I'm going to write 14, 10 there. If you didn't do that, add that into there. And if you got it wrong, erase it and fix it right now. And then I'm going to add up 4, 14, and 10 over here to get 28. All right, our last section is the basic fact practice. Pause the video, do those problems, and then turn it back on when you are ready to see the solutions. Here we go. 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 5 is 30. 5 times 9 is 45. 2 times 4 is 8. 5 times 7 is 35. 8 times 2 is 16. 11 times 3 is 33. These are easy, right? Just take the number and write it twice when you're multiplying by 11. 5 times 4 is 20. Erase and fix any answers that you have wrong, and thanks for watching.